Hello there. Come closer. Let's explore a tiny, frozen yearbook together. It all begins high above us in the cold, swirling heart of a cloud. Imagine a space so chilly, where the air is filled with invisible water vapor, just waiting for the right moment. And in this vast, cold expanse, floats a microscopic speck. It could be a grain of pollen, a bit of dust from a faraway desert, or even a tiny particle from a volcano. This isn't just any speck. It's a seed, a nucleus, and it's about to become the center of something truly beautiful. As the superpool of water vapor, which is water colder than freezing, but still liquid, bumps into this tiny speck, it finally finds a place to cling to. It doesn't freeze into a messy block. Oh no, it freezes with purpose, with structure. The water molecules, those little H2Os, begin to arrange themselves. They lock arms, forming a six-sided shape, a hexagon. This is the fundamental rule of snowflakes, dictated by the very nature of water itself. The initial crystal, almost too small to see, is born. It's a tiny, perfect prism of ice. Now, our baby egg crystal is not alone. It's tumbling and pushing in the clouds, a silent dance in the sky. The journey it takes will define its final, unique form. The cloud isn't the same all over. There are pockets of different temperatures and varying amounts of moisture. As our crystal drifts through a slightly warmer, wetter part of the cloud, its corners grow faster than its flat faces. These corners sprout tiny arms, reaching out into the vapor-rich air. 6 arms, always 6, maintaining that initial hexagonal symmetry. Think of it like a tiny builder, adding bricks one by one. The shape and speed of this growth are incredibly sensitive. A tiny shift in temperature, a slight change in humidity, and the pattern changes. If the air is very moist, the arms might grow long and delicate, like feathery ferns. We call these dendrites, from the Greek word for tree. They branch out, creating those classic, intricate snowflake shapes we love to do. Each new branch sprouts smaller branches, creating a mesmerizing tranquil pattern. But what if our crystal tumbles into a colder, drier section of the cloud? Here, the growth slows down. There's less water vapor to collect. Instead of long, feathery arms, the crystal might grow into a solid, hexagonal plate. It might look like a tiny, flat stop sign, perfectly geometric. Or, if the conditions are just right, it could grow into a slender, 6-sided column, like a tiny pencil made of ice. Sometimes, these columns grow caps on their ends, forming what we call cup columns, looking like miniature spools of thread. Our snowflake continues its journey, a silent traveler on the wind. It might pass through multiple zones within the cloud, each leaving its mark. It could start as a plate, then grow dendritic arms, then encounter conditions that thicken its branches. Every turn, every dip, every moment adds to its story. This is why we say no to snowflakes are alike. The chances of 2 crystals following the exact same path through the sky, experiencing the exact same sequence of temperature and humidity changes, are infinitesimally small. Each one is a frozen record of its unique journey from the top of the cloud to the bottom. As it grows, it becomes heavier. It bumps into other tiny water droplets, which freeze onto its surface in a process called ramming. If it collects a lot of these frozen droplets, it can become a clumpy, wave pellet known as grobble, almost like a tiny snowball. But our snowflake remains delicate, pristine. Gravity begins to win the battle, and it starts to fall. It leaves the cozy, creative chaos of the cloud and begins its descent toward the ground. Down it drifts, twirling and floating on the air currents. It joins the silent, glittering cascade of millions of other unique crystals, each one a masterpiece of physics and chemistry. The world below is closer and closer. The journey that started with a single speck of dust is almost at an end. It floats past the branches of a tall pine tree, glimpsing the soft winter light, and continues its gentle flow. And then, a moment of contact, a soft, cool touch. It lands ever so gently right on the tip of your nose. Its journey thousands of feet is over for a fleeting moment. You can see its perfect six-fold symmetry, a tiny jewel crafted by the sky. You see the delicate branches, the hexagonal core, the story of its life written in ice. And then, the warmth of your skin provides one final change. The intricate structure, that unique pattern that will never be repeated, melts away into a single, perfect drop of water, from vapor to crystal, and back to water again. A tiny, beautiful cycle, completed. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. I hope you feel relaxed, and perhaps a little more in awe of the winter sky. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe for more peaceful journeys.